People, welcome back to our platform and thank you so much for joining today. Hope you guys are doing well, guys. So today's video I want to talk about something someone actually asked me for this. So I'm going to be talking about proof of funds to study in Finland. And please, if you have gotten admissions to study in Finland, this is the video you need. And I want to tell you that please, you have to be patient, you have to do research, you have to actually do your own homework to pull through with your visa application, because sometimes it can be challenging, but it's not impossible to get the visa. So if you are looking for something like this, stay tuned and keep watching. Before I even proceed with this video, I want to draw your attention to the fact that there are a couple of videos on this YouTube channel and somewhere, or you can also check Migree website. There are updates, and Finland is trying to increase tuition fee and also add application fee to the joint application. There is a video I did about that already. So in case they add the application fee and increase tuition fee, it's going to be very disastrous for incoming international students. Now the other update is that they have actually made the conditions to get permanent residency and citizenship so tight, but again, it's not impossible to grab that. The first thing is to go in first. Nothing is even easy nowadays. I hope you get. So let's take a look at the proof of funds to study in Finland and what you need to know about studies in Finland. But before we continue with that, my name is Milton. Thank you so much for joining. I'm equally called the Anointed Village Boy. So guys, to those of you who got admissions, well, that is the first stage. Congratulations to your admissions. That is the first thing you need to do to apply to Finland, then get admissions before you pay your tuition fee and begin the visa application. So basically, this is what you need to know. When admissions is open in Finland on the 3rd, I think the 4th of January to the is it 18 or 19 of January every year, it is called a joint application. This is the intake or the application cycle I would encourage every international students to go in for. The reason is because almost all the schools in Finland are open, and preferably, like I always say, please try to target University of Applied Sciences like Savonia, University of Applied Sciences, Novia, University of Applied Sciences. There are many, DIAC and all the rest. So when you apply to this school, there's always a two-phase interview, online exam and a group interview. After this stage, you cannot get an offer letter or a rejection letter, but I believe that, and I hope that you are going to get yours, and it's going to be an acceptance. When you get acceptance now, depending on whether you got a scholarship, partial funding or full funding, or you got free admissions, or you got study for free, which means that you are not going to be paying tuition fee in the case of like in the case of vocational schools like the Vamia College and all the rest, then all you need to do now is to go for visa stage. But if you have to pay tuition fee, you should pay the tuition fee on time, because sometimes some schools will tell you you have to pay on time to get a scholarship. Others will tell you you will pay like this to get this scholarship. There are many schools that will tell you pay on this date to get a 25%. Some will tell you pay on this day to get a $500 euro reduction. If you check all the schools, you are going to see this, or if you go deeply into this channel, you are going to see all of this. I always say this. Now when you pay the tuition fee, the next thing to do is to gather the documents and apply for your visa. I'm not going to be talking about maybe insurance or academic documents. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm only going to talk about proof of funds. Now, how much do you need to have in your account aside paying the tuition fee? You need to have 6,720 euros in your bank account. Remember, emphasis on your bank account. So the money needs to be in your account, not in anybody's account after you've paid your tuition fee already. Now, this money in your account needs to be proven. That's to say 6,720 euros for 1 year, because you are going to get a residence permit for 1 year. So you need to prove that you can actually take care of yourself every month, and the amount I think should be 560 euros per month. This money has to cover your accommodation, your feeding, transportation in Finland for 1 month. So you need it for 1 year to get a residence permit for 1 year. This is what the government need. And remember, most times I will not really advise people to sponsor themselves. Even if you have the financial capacity, to sponsor yourself, I will always encourage you to get a sponsor. But in the case you don't have a father, a mother, a brother or sister to sponsor you, you got no choice rather than to put in your own visa application. Now, if you get a sponsor or not, this is what you need to know. In your account, there is money, right? There is money in your account. The one thing you need to know that people, or let me say the immigration, they don't actually want situations where you would have money in your account and you cannot be able to prove how you got that money. So if you have money in your account, the next question should be, how did you get the money? Now, let's assume that you got the money from a job and from your job site. Now, these are the documents you need to provide. Bring in your employment contract. Also bring in your pay slips, right? I believe you have all of this. Then it's going to prove that they will also look at it to see if that money you are talking about is equivalent to, maybe from your job can give you that amount in your account. Equally, remember that when they say proof of funds or money in your account, it doesn't mean that you should just wake up on a Friday morning, go and bump 6,720 euros in your bank account, like just drop it there. Then on the next Monday, you are running to the embassy. No, that is not the way it works. Proof of funds or bank statement or proof of funds for visa application, you have to build it slowly. You have to do deposit, withdrawals, deposit, withdrawals, deposit, withdrawals. I hope you understand. Then after you are done with this, now the next stage is start building it. As soon as you know that you are going towards the visa application period, or during that time you are preparing to apply for your visa, if there is a limit or maybe small amounts left, you can now maybe just go and drop the rest inside, then you print your statement. But make sure you build the statement. Now let's come back to you. That money in your account, where did you get it from? Okay, they want to know. That's the reason they want to know where you actually got that money from, because sometimes many people, they might go somewhere, steal people money, which is not what immigration want. They want to know. So if you have a business, right, you bring in your business document first. Remember, you said you have a job. Can that job actually give you that money in your contract and the pay slips, right? Then if you have a business to support your application, and maybe you want to tell the immigration that you also got some money from your business, okay, fine and good, it's excellent. Bring in your business document carrying all your details, and equally, what is it that you are lacking? The business registration documents, they must be complete. If you are lacking something, it shouldn't be taxed. I always emphasize on this, and please do not omit. Always pay your tax if you have a business, especially if you plan to move abroad. Always make sure your tax is in order. It's so important. Now, when you arrange everything about your tax, you also add the documents, right? You are going to take them. I don't know if you are adding everything to the application, then the tax document, you will have to take it to the embassy. Do not forget that. It's also very important. Then if you are looking for a sponsor, your parents will sponsor you, your brothers or sisters can sponsor you as well. Now, where did they equally get their money that they are sponsoring you? This should be around 6,720, should be around 4.5 million CFA francs. For Nigerian naira, I think it should be above now because of the currency. Now, if they are sponsoring you, do they have a job? If they have a job, bring the same documents, right? If they don't have a job, do they have a business? Bring their registration documents for their business. For Nigerians, there is something they call the local government. The local government can sponsor you. Your church can sponsor you, but let them put the money in your account. And when they want to do this transfer, anybody that wants to do this transfer, let them transfer the money from their own account. If the church want to sponsor you, let them transfer the money from the church account to your own account, so that it can reflect on the statement. Then if your parents want to sponsor you, they should transfer the money to your own account so it can reflect on your own bank statement. Then if anybody wants to sponsor you, let them do the transfer to you and it reflects in their own. Then they also need to write a sponsorship letter. This is very important. The sponsorship letter is going to say, oh, I am this, my name is this with passport number this. I am writing this letter to say that I am going to be sponsoring this student, name this, passport number this, to study at the university of this. I am related to the student, my name is this, I am the uncle, the auntie, the brother or sister. You understand? Then you notarize that letter, make it legal so that it has some weight. Then you add to the documents. So this is how it goes. You must be able to show supporting documents, and make sure, it's very important, the person doing the transfer from, like the person giving you the money, if you don't have the money, the person sponsoring you should transfer it to your account. This is after you've paid all the tuition. If your school is charging you 6,000 euros, okay, you have to pay 6,000 euros before you can apply for visa. It's very essential. So during the application stage, choose a school and a program that you can afford. Remember, program correlation is very important. Don't study maybe English linguistic for bachelor's, then at your master's stage you want to do biology. It doesn't correlate. So you always have to put all this into consideration. Remember, you can study bachelor's, masters and PhD in Finland. Bachelors and masters especially are being most of the programs are available at the University of Applied Sciences. Then this semester that is coming, application is going to start January 2025. But again, Finland is a good place to go, okay? If you don't have enough money to go to Canada, US, Australia, and then New Zealand, all those big places, you can find your way into Finland. Admissions is somehow easy in Finland, but right now the government is thinking of changing a lot of things. So put an eye on the portal. I hope this will help you. In other videos, I'm going to talk about some of the things you should consider. Remember, you can equally move to Finland with your spouse. Remember, you can work 30 hours. I think it's 30 hours now. And again, your spouse can work full-time. That's your dependents who came under you. And remember, you as a student, you should always read to pass your exams, because the person under you is working full-time and they came under you. If your residence permit has a problem, it is going to affect both of you. So you have to know this. Also, your kids can follow you to Finland, and equally, how many of them, it depends on you now. And again, remember, the higher the number of people in the family, the lesser the amount becomes, like the number of kids. The first child has to be 500 euros times 12. That's the money for the first child, in case you want to move with kids, right? There are videos on this channel I did some time ago, so you should check all of them and thank me later. I hope to see you again in another one. Please do not go without sharing this video. Also drop a comment below and encourage me, okay? Thank you so much, Nigerians. Thank you, Cameroonians. Thank you, the entire world. Till we meet again in another one. Bye bye.